Hello, everybody. Greetings. Happy Monday. Happy what's it called? Today is the sixth day. Yeah, the happy sixth day of January. My people, how that day? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good. I hope the week started on strong for you. All those of you that are making New Year resolutions, I hope that your resolution is going well and smoothly and there are no issues at all involved. And you started strong on the second day of January. Omo. Una dey hear it dey happen. Trudeau don resign. No, Justin Trudeau don resign for Canada. What is going on? Kene what is going on in Canada? What is going on there? Wetin make the man resign? Wetin make una pressure the man sotey the man resign? Wetin dey happen? Those people that no more na come tell us wetin dey happen for Canada. Hey, I shock. I haven't had time to really look into why or what's happening. I don't even know if people really know why this man has resigned. All I'm saying is Donald Trump saying that he should come and become 51st state of America. Hey, Egbami. What is happening? Where is Kene when you need Kene? Come tell us what's going on in Canada. Omo, my people, how na dey? How how are things going? Meanwhile, Peter Obi did speech everywhere scatter. What is going on? Why is it that people get very uneasy when Peter Obi speaks? Is it that the truth is really bitter, as in it's actually, I feel like the truth is like Cain. They flog people. You understand? They give people guilty conscience. Make people they get guilty conscience. Because I don't know, that's the only way I can explain the outrage that one man, I don't even know the man, Moka. I bit na Moka, there's now for Felix Moka. Hey. Now what is wrong with it? Who is the man? First of all, who is this Henry Moka? Abi Felix Moka. What is his own inside this thing? Me, I heard he's a spokesman for APC. Well, most of their spokesmen, of course, they're not and the threat that he's making, does he realize that he made threats towards Peter Obi? And he thinks that people are just going to fold their hands and not do anything and just fold their hand and let it slide. Is that what he thinks? I don't understand. Well, for those of us that don't even have, that country needs overhaul. They should carry out the threat. Let's see now. They think it's going to be like Dele Faro to me. Okay, I need to touch with Obisha because the man is doing his own jejely. Even with the way he comes out and speaks, he's still polite. I don't understand the outrage that people are having, and this man coming out and not any sense at all, right? A guilty conscience, an innocent person does not fear the accusation, or however way they say it. These people are just so scared. Anytime Peter Obi says something, everybody they rush. They are all grabbing, grasping at the pearls. They say, no, this cannot. It can't be also. We can't. It's almost. The reaction is very funny to me. Really, it's very, very funny. Anytime Peter Obi says something, all of them are running up and down like people that they are chasing. I don't understand. They make sense to me. They run up and down, they run up and down, Wait till they happen. Seriously, what's going on? What did he say? He says you people are you are sidelining him, you're doing everything. The man know they talk, they look una. With all this stress that he's going through, that you're putting him through, he is not complaining. You people are pushing the man to the wall. Man, when us a bit talk before. When us a bit talk, when we say our business, how to count money, now is sabi. Una they push him to the wall, they push him to the wall. Even with the way he's even talking, me, I'm even upset that he even used some kind words, polite words, and people are coming out and throwing threats up and down. I leave Peter Obi because now Peter Obi matter now I go tell learn seriously. If I not leave that man because that man not they find anybody trouble at all. Only they do, they find person trouble, they just now how Nigeria go take better, now concern the man. How Nigeria go take better? Now that market they sell. He's not standing on they stand on anybody's way. He's just doing his thing jejely. Did you guys see the interview, Al Jazeera interview of your chief of defense staff? Do you guys see him? I'm going to play that video shortly. I want us to start from somewhere. Hey. Oh, Coco Bioko, you see this matter? We go continue to dey talk put. There's nothing. That's the only thing we can do. We'll continue to educate our people. Meanwhile, una know say the man wey get landmark till today they never pay the man. But I heard that the man was saying, another clip I saw, that other African countries, I think 2 or 3 African countries, reached out to him after what happened. Eh? Oh my God. Nigeria. I've never seen. Hey, Mr. Obibo, it's a long time. Oh, now welcome, my brother. Good to see you. Good to have you. How you doing now? All the New Year resolution. I should say you go not make New Year resolution. I will only drink 1 cup of water. I will not drink more than 1. I will only eat vegetable. I will not eat more than a bowl of soup. I will only eat once a day. How is the resolution? How are they coming along? All the people that say they are promising themselves they will sleep in the gym. If you know they go gym before, now this year you want to start, you're on a long thing, no? You must have built momentum before then. Anyway, make I no discourage you. I'm gonna continue, Sha. Mr. Bieber, it's good to have you, my brother. Welcome. So good to have you. You don't say. Landmark owner, how many African countries don't reach out to her? They don't reach out to the man to tell the man, say, come, let's talk business. The man is busy securing the bag. All those people that were laughing and doing good for you, good for you. You are still begging for rice. You are still on the street. Even 5K you can't even have. You don't even have in your pocket. Meanwhile, these people are living their life. They are jollofing. Their money is not reducing. No, understand. Their money is not going down. It's going up every time. All ye people that keep thinking that, yes, good for them. I saw a video where, the comment section of, I think they call her Choma Good Hair or whatever. She has a hair shop that was recently destroyed in Lagos State. What you people don't understand, all those people that are laughing and mocking, these people will come up even bigger. That's what you don't understand. You think that when you destroy and you're celebrating other people's downfall, their businesses have been destroyed and all of that, you think that that's where it ends for them. That's not where it ends for them. These people will come up and even better. That's what the Nigerian system does not understand, But anyway, like I said, I'm not going to come here and start to regurgitate the problems that we already know we have as a country, right? That's not what I'm going to come to. I'm going to be highlighting the things that are important, but I want us to watch this video really quickly because I think it's very important in this time that we're in. And it's very good to see people express these types of the video. Pause here, make it bigger. Okay, let's do this.
Sorry, oh guys, I don't know what happened. I think some connection, something kicked my connection kicked me out. So I'm gonna try this one more time and share the video with you guys. I apologize for that interruption. I'm gonna be bringing it back in momentarily. Okay.
All right. Can you guys hear me clearly? Please let me know if you can hear me clearly. I beg. I don't know. Something weird happened just now. I'm going to start the video over again so we can. I'm hoping that you can hear me clearly. Or please, if you can't hear me, if my audio, if you can't hear me, please let me know in the comment section. I greatly appreciate it. Can you hear it? You can't hear it? Mr. Bibose, can you let me know if you can hear it? What is wrong with my connection today? I mean, may not try and self. Eh? I beg. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Can I get a yes or no? Can you guys see my screen? Oh boy, what the heck is going on? What is going on? The video not playing. Okay, you can see my screen. Do you see the video on my screen now? I paused it because, yeah, I paused it. Okay, all right. So let me start again because we need to catch what this man is saying. He was spitting. No voice. What the? Can you guys hear me? Okay, you know what? Let me go in. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see.
I am so sorry. I don't know what's going on. I literally need to shut down the system completely so I can start it up again. My sincere apologies, guys. This is not what I. Let me shut it down. There's something going on. The connection is I don't know. Something. It's been extremely cold and it's been windy and it's been raining. I don't know if that had anything to do with the weather. So perhaps that's what's cutting the weather, cutting the connection off. That's the only thing, the only explanation I can give to the up and down nature of it. So guys, my people, body they pepper a lot of people. We just say na only us they talk. There are a lot of people talking. I just found this video not what was it 2 days ago, and I saved it. I was like, oh my god, a lot more people are coming out and are speaking. I have to acknowledge that a, a lot more people that I have never seen. Maybe they've always been there. I just hadn't found them. But it's really a joy to see that Nigerians are slowly catching the wind of what's going on and all of that. The last time we talked about what type of leaders, right? Do Nigerians, what type of leaders do Nigerians need to move the society forward? And it was a great conversation. It was very, very, very insightful. All the panelists were excellent, you know. So, and we decided that it would be an ongoing conversation since again we can walk and chew gum at the same time. Some of us we are like, you know what, we need an overhaul of the system. Let everything just kukuma go to the ground and so we can rebuild up again. And others are like, well, let's also consider election, whatever. Everybody knows my view. You cannot have a sane election with the systems that are currently in place. We are wasting our time. If the systems are not corrected, if it is not fixed, nobody should talk about election. Everybody should enter house. Do you understand? Because it will be the same thing again. It doesn't make any sense. And then recently, of course, the video that Mr. Peter Obi came and talked about the situation of things and kind of advising T-Pain on what to do. And everybody has taken it and interpreting it however way they want. And one Felix Moka, I don't know if I'm saying his name correctly. I've been at Henry Mock. I don't know. I never seen the guy before for my life. I never heard, well, I shouldn't say maybe because I'm new to the Nigerian politics, so I don't really know a lot of people. But the guy came out and he literally, some of what he said, the words he used was like a threat. I'm like, are these people now threatening Peter Obi? The man say he cannot even his own family, if he should tell us what he's going through. Eh? Hey, these people should not just go and let the whole country go kukuma kaput. Maybe that's what the direction should be. But me, I'm just using my own way to tell them if they like. In fact, I'm sure they know. I'm sure they know. They know that it's not going to play out the way they think it will play out. They shouldn't touch Peter Obi. Peter Obi is loved not by just one village, one small village. It's not his village people that love him. Everybody in Nigeria, the length and breadth of it. So you can imagine if everybody that stood up for Dele Farotimi would double. Imagine, what am I saying? Triple or even more for Peter Obi. More than not, may they not play rough play. Anyway, if they like me, they play rough play, sha. But some of us want make this whole thing, make we reset the whole thing anyway. Because none of am good. Constitution, 0. House of Assembly, 0. House of Rep, 0. Security, 0. No good road, no food, no light. And they are pushing for tax. You want to tax people, no job, no business. The business when they crash them. See landmark when they provide jobs for people. The man said there were people in the pool. There were people, I think, in his pool and in their rooms when they started demolition. How wicked can your government be to you? How wicked? Then after that happened, a lot of other countries started reaching out to him. Because guess what? They see value in the man. If countries are protecting their businesses, protecting people who are providing resources, providing income for their people, Nigeria will not be like that. Instead, they want to destroy everything. It doesn't work like that. People are looking, they are watching. It doesn't work like that. You can't continue to do that and expect that people will turn their eye. They work like that too. Nobody will turn their eye. People will ask you questions. Not only Nigeria see say people person go dey do person won't do good for a country, can't turn out to bad thing. I never see that kind of thing before for my life. Last time when we talk about Nigerian leaders, we dey talk say make Nigerian leaders make them do better, you understand? We talk about them. We say some of us say the kind leader wey we need na people wey be say their head e dey touch, which me I agree with, because the kind leaders wey we need combination of military, someone who's firm, who has a vision, who can stand, who is not easily moved, someone who's not materialistic, is not moved by material things. That's what we need. Someone who's not moved by material things. That's what we need. Right? So some people said, well, somebody said we needed a benevolent leader with some side of military to him. I think who was it that said? Was it Michelle that said that? Somebody said that the last time. And I agree with her. I completely agree with her. Guys, sorry, I'm trying to connect again so we can play that video that I was playing earlier. Again, I apologize for the break in transmission there. It was totally not I don't know what was happening. Everything just went kaput. I think the connection is better now. I think the shutting down really helped it. So let's go back here, pull up that video, and and then also we're going to be highlighting some of the LP members that escaped, that went to go and join APC. We're going to bring them here and talk about them. We're going to take them one after the other to find out how they got into LP, first of all, and when they got in, what impact did they make? Did they make any impact at all? Or did they go there and become part of the noisemakers that we have now in the government? We're going to talk about that also. Mona no vex o, this thing dey make me laugh, I no fit lie. This wetin dey happen for Nigeria, e dey make me laugh because I no wan cry. You see person no wan cry, e go just dey laugh some kind laugh. Na im dey do me so. Play the video. I don see the video. Make I bring am come for us.
Can you guys hear me clearly? Hope you can hear me clearly. I'm hoping. All right. Let's get this video once again. Let's do this one more time. in mute. Okay. Can you guys, did you guys hear it? No sound. Ha! Okay, oh, let me change device. I don't understand though. This thing does not want, it does not want you people to watch it today. Eh? Here. Yay. Egbe, egbe. All right, I'm on our way to tech. I'm wearing my tech cap now. Make I sort something out really quickly. Yeah. Okay now. Today na today. Mr. Bibe say thank you. Now you come follow me do electric work today. Eh? There. Small thing like this, the thing go just dey catch code. I don't understand though. PC they catch code. I don't understand. Code they catch PC. Eh? Mona tell me whether code they catch PC. Maybe na me not know. Say code they catch them sometime. Because I don't understand. The thing just they do as he like. Eh? What the hell is going on? Nigeria matter. Maybe the thing don't tire too. I don't blame am. Maybe Nigeria matter. You know as Nigeria matter they be now. E dey tire people. Instead the computer don dey say abeg I'm tired. Every time we are talking about Nigeria issues. What about me? What about me too? I'm tired. The computer is upset. Leave me alone. Your problems are too much. They are much. Yeah? I don't blame it, Ojare. Nigeria is not for the faint-hearted. It's not for the faint-hearted at all. Oh. Lie. Hmm. No go, no. But we move. We don't have a choice. What we go do? We gotta keep moving. Gotta keep moving. Keep on moving. Don't stop. Keep on moving. Don't stop. No. Keep on moving. Hey. I be Nigeria matter. Who won't give am up for that? Who if we no talk? Who go come talk for us? We are seeing time and time again. If we continue to keep quiet, it continues to decay. We continue to keep quiet for a long time. Everybody dey do co-consign. It's not my consign. I don't care. My family is not affected. My brother is not there. So it's really not my problem. I don't care about it. I'm not interested. Everybody they speak English. It's dawning on us now. Nobody fights for it. You ain't getting nothing. Until you go get, they'll just come one day. You'll just reach your village. They don't change locks. They go say sorry. Now different people when they speak different language, now you meet for them. They'll come tell you, say land when we say your ancestors give you, you meet am. Don't be say you no meet am. Yeah, you meet am. They'll come tell you, say sorry, no be you get am again. They'll come when you want to enter. If you no get, you go. In fact, this one not be who know who again. They go your the kind government one Kuma get for Nigeria now. Whether they don't even sell everybody self, we don't know. We just dey here, they speak English up and down. We don't know whether they don't sell put money for pockets. We are here still speaking English after English. It go shock us. Whether it go shock us now, we never know. Whether there are more things that we don't know yet that is about to be revealed. We don't know. Eh? All of us dey here, they do, Nigeria, we don't understand. Everybody's afraid. Nobody wanna go on the other side. But every day, everybody wanna go to church and pray and do holy, 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 holy. Meanwhile, okay, your GOs and pastors, they wanna do holy, holy and everything, right? But guess what? They don't want to go the other side. You know what I mean? They want to keep using their private jet. They want to keep, Let me change this up for a minute. I'm going to come back momentarily, guys. Let me do this.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, I'm assuming and I'm trusting that you guys can hear me. Hopefully this goes well this time. I want us to really listen to this video. Let me know if you can see my screen. Okay, let's try this.
It is easy to say that Nigeria economy grew by 4.6%. Is that really correct? In economics, is that really correct? Can you compare Nigeria with Osun State? Or can you compare Nigeria with Sokoto State? That is not be correct. You compare Nigeria with Ghana, you compare Nigeria with United Arab Emirates, and you compare Nigeria with Argentina. So when you are comparing, which currency do you use? You use the dollar. Now, when you look at our GDP 2 years ago, it was $500 billion. What is it? $1 billion. What is it today?
199.
We are now $199 billion. Are we better off or worse off? We are living in our worst days. Pre-Jonathan regime, before we rebase the economy.
Yeah.
Before rebasing the economy, we're larger than this. So everybody, per capita income in Nigeria now is nearly above $1,000. What used to be $3,000?
$10,000.
So are we better off or worse off? How can subsidy removal and reflotation be better? The question you should ask is, what should we have done differently? And there are options which were made available, written and in discussion to authority. But the cheapest way is for government revenue to boost, hoping President Tinubu hoped that governors will invest in the economy. Was that done? Was that done? But for a few states that actually reinvested this back into the economy, it's important for people to know the truth. After all, your station is about as it is. Yes. We need to say the truth.
Yes, as it is.
This economy is not as strong as it should be. This economy used to be the largest in the whole Africa. Today, the last time I spoke with your correspondent, we're number 4. Today, we are now number 5. Check, the largest economy in Southern America is Brazil. It's also the largest country in population. The largest in North America is the United States. It's also the largest population with largest economy. Then you now go to Europe and see in Eastern Europe, you see Russia as the largest economy and also the largest population. And go to Western Europe, where you meet Germany, the largest population, largest economy. When you come to Africa, oh my dear Black Africa, Nigeria is the largest population. It's not the first, it's not the second, it's not the third, it's not the fourth, now the fifth. So how can those two policies be good? It is more than obvious that they were made out of error, they were made in mistakes, and some of us had provided alternative solutions to the government. Whether we will take it or not is another kettle of fish. But we cannot say because we have a deal, look for cutlass and beard ourselves, hoping that all will be well. It's like cutting our nose to spite our face. But well, the result is obvious in the public domain. People that are watching us and are listening to us, you are themselves. Are they better off today than they were 2 years ago? They should ask themselves. When we say that at the end of the tunnel, there will be light, the father of modern economics, macroeconomics for that matter, John Maynard Keynes, he said, and I quote, he said, in the long run, we are all dead. Ask anybody, we will go through pain. When will the pain end? Can they tell you it's going to be 1 year? It's going to be 5 years? Funnily enough, World Bank seems to provide this answer. Is that what you wait for 10 to 15 years? Can you continue like this for 10 to 15 years? And I asked in 2016, when I was interviewed by journalists, when Christine Lagarde told Nigeria that, don't worry, this economy will not go into a recession. I said, this economy will certainly go into a recession. I'm in Nigeria. I'm an economist in Nigeria. And I know for sure that this economy will go into a recession. Did you know that as against advice Christine Lagarde gave to President Buhari, Nigeria economy went to a recession? Was I happy? No. But is that the truth? That's what economics is about.
Wow. All right, moving on to the next video really quickly. I'm going to rush through these videos because this seems to be working though, so hopefully it stays that way. And then we can talk really quickly.
Hey, want to know how I got this 50,000?
Oh, oops, sorry. Guys, I'm sorry. I have to do this. My bad. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Bringing it to you now.
Welcome back to This is Live, a Sunday talk show here on the Arise News channel. Northern leaders have expressed displeasure over President Bola Tinubu's declaration that there will be no reversal on the controversial tax reform bills. The leaders, comprising members of the National Assembly, the League of Northern Democrats, and the Northern Elders Forum, criticized the president's firm position, describing it as unilateral and devoid of inclusive consultations. Meanwhile, there are reports that in response to that pushback, President Tinubu has begun to send emissaries to critical stakeholders in the North to lobby for the passage of the tax reform bills he sent to the National Assembly. Tinubu is said to be using back channels and other means to win over opposition to the bills. Governors of the 19 states in the North are insisting that nothing will change their minds on the bills and have demanded that the bills be withdrawn from the National Assembly for further consultation. Now, joining me to discuss this and other issues is a critical stakeholder in the politics of Northern Nigeria, Alhaji Buba Galadima, who joins me now from our Abuja studio to share his thoughts. Good to have you on the program, Alhaji Buba Galadima, and Happy New Year to you.
Thank you, Dr. Ruben Abati, for having me on this program and on this very important topic.
Well, Alhaji, chairman of the Tax Reform and Fiscal Policy Reform Committee, Taiwo Yedele, was very emphatic. He said, this bill is about fairness, justice, and the principles are to expand Nigeria's tax base, to get more revenue for government, and to improve compliance. This will look to any right-thinking person or society as basic objectives: to improve compliance, to expand revenue base, to also generate revenue for government. But Northern governors are saying this is not possible. Northern leaders are saying, no, withdraw the bill. Everybody is opposing it. What is the problem? I mean, Alhaji, you should be able to relate to the principles.
Well, thank you, Dr. Ruben Abati. I first want to address an issue that I don't want to comment on things based on North and South, regional, or even religious. And I don't think that this bill is all about Northern Nigeria. I know you are from Ogun, a deputy gubernatorial candidate of one of the parties before. And I would say that this bill is only fair to Ogun and Lagos, not Southwest as a whole, as I see it. So the issue is also not about governors of Northern Nigeria or League of Democrats or Northern elders. If there is any elder in North, I assume that having reached nearly 75 years of age, I ought to be one of the elders. But the truth of the matter is that the press and the academia are not doing very well in promoting national unity and cohesion. That every one of us is just talking about religion, tribe, where one comes from. It is very, very wrong. You don't build a nation like that. It should be that the problem of a Kanuri man in Maiduguri should be the problem of an Awori man in Lagos. That is how you build a nation, not segregating it into tribal or religious segments. So having said that, I want to tell the world that many people who comment on this bill did not even read it and read it. They have not really studied the nuances of this bill. And I want to also say that most governors in Nigeria, not only in the north, are so pissed off because when this bill was being created by Taiwo Yedele and his group, that they have never consulted any governor outside Lagos. So for them, it is an ego problem that it is only the views of the governor of Lagos that is in this bill. Whether they will accept this, my view, or not, I want to tell the world that this is the situation.
Alhaji, no.
And I can't.
No, Alhaji. The National Economic Committee, the NEC, comprising all the governors of the states, that bill was presented before them. It was also taken to FEC. So there was representation. It's not fair to say it's only Governor Sanwo-Olu.
Was it taken to the NEC and discussed with the other governors when this bill was being developed?
No. It was taken to NEC. It was taken to
I
FEC.
say no.
Okay, but it was taken.
Which one is NEC?
National Economic Council.
NEC. What did NEC say when they took it to them? What do they say?
No, there was consultation.
They say withdraw it.
No,
I say,
I'm not aware of that.
Please, doctor, It's okay. That is your view. And I'm talking to you about the view of other people, including myself, that it has become an ego problem. And even if any governor as an individual tells Mr. President that he's supporting him, let him tell that governor that he's lying. All of them are speaking with one voice. I'm just trying to tell the world what is really on the ground. So this is the problem. Now, you are talking of expanding the revenue base, but you are not looking at the critical stage this country is in. If you increase any revenue, if you increase it, it will affect the economic status of the people of this country. We are already crying of hunger, we are crying of poverty, we are crying of deprivation. Once there is any increase by 0.1 into the earnings of the people, it will affect them adversely. Even if it is good, this is not the time to bring more hardship on the people.
Okay.
And we should be humane.
Okay,
what we are. Just hold on. We should be humane in what we are doing. And this revenue bill, as submitted to the National Assembly, cannot stand the test of time, because the revenue bill has gone contrary to some provisions of the Constitution. It is within the province of the federal government or any state government or local government to create an idea of expanding its revenue base. But the sharing of the revenue is not the responsibility of the federal government nor that of the National Assembly.
Okay.
It is of the National Assembly to the extent that when they look at the sharing, they will have to change the Constitution by going round so that they remove the authority of the revenue mobilization from that province. That has not been done. And to say, let's do more consultation so that people comment on this matter, I don't think it is a negation or a disrespect or even whatever against the president. It is not. This is our country. If the president presents anything, and we, the people of Nigeria, say no, I'm coming. We, the people of Nigeria, say no. We should be, our views should be respected, because the president and the governors and members of the National Assembly are there because we put them there. So they should respect our views.
Okay, Alhaji, the last time I checked, nobody has said Nigerians should not express their views. That's why the National Assembly is saying there will be a public hearing, okay? And that public hearing, I imagine, I expect that it will take place. But two things. You have the public hearing, you have the president reported in the newspapers recently that he has sent emissaries to leaders of the North. Now, those emissaries, have they come across or Northern elders and leaders and governors are just saying they don't even want to listen to anybody. They say the media is using the word adamant, that they want that bill withdrawn first. So you are calling for dialogue. You are calling for consultation. The presidency has extended this olive branch and say, let's talk. Let's look at the details. What are those nuances that you say you object to? What are those nuances, if you may be specific?
People are already making their views known. I have my view. One of my views is that the president or the federal government has no business in sharing the expanded revenue net which is collected. It is the responsibility of Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Commission. It is not that of the president. They are the only people that have the right to share between federal government, state governments, and local government revenues of the nation. Even if that bill is passed, I want to assure you, Dr. Ruben Abati, that people can go to court and throw it and nullify it, because it is not their responsibility. Let's take what is the old formula of sharing. Have you seen the old formula of sharing and what is now presented to the National Assembly? They are a complete negation. That is why people are suspicious. And for us to remove that suspicion, let's put all hands together, look at this bill, dispassionately as a Nigerian bill, not a sectional bill or a personal bill of anybody. And we come up with what is acceptable to the nation, because it is our own revenue. It is not a personal revenue of anybody.
Okay.
So the Nigerians should understand this.
Okay, Alhaji. Now, you are talking about
Yes.
distribution. I think that's, is this section 72?
Yes.
Section 72 of the proposed VAT bill.
Yes.
Which says 60% of derivation.
Uh-huh.
And some of the northern governors, whether from Borno or Gombe or Nasarawa or Bauchi, they have said this is unacceptable.
Why, Doctor, just hold on. Please, I object to you using the word northern governors.
Okay.
You can say Nigerian governors or some governors.
Okay,
please,
governors.
The word north should never be in your dictionary.
Okay, the governors from Gombe.
Because there is no north.
Okay, from Gombe
Yes.
to Borno, to Nasarawa, to Bauchi. They are saying that, attaching the distribution formula to derivation, 60%, the law says in section 72, will only favor the south. And you have mentioned Lagos and Ogun. So the simple explanation is that this has to do with where headquarters of productive companies are based. Now, shouldn't the issue be that northern leaders should worry more about the lack of productivity in the north? If there is productivity in the north, that section 72 will not be an issue.
Didn't think it can get worse than this, right? Well, it just did. For easy...
There is no productivity, for example, in Lagos on how people make phone calls in Damaturu or Gombe. Why should Lagos now take the credit? But I don't want you to use the word northern leaders, northern governors. They are the governors of Gombe, Nasarawa, and Bauchi or whatever. They are not northern governors. They may belong to the old north. And this word you are using, north, is the problem that is always bringing division into the country. An academician and a refined journalist like you should avoid the use of religion, the use of tribe, and the use of geography for us to have one Nigeria.
Okay, I get your point, but I'm still talking about, I said section 72, it's actually section 77, about derivation.
You produce,
you earn. So if you are not producing, you cannot complain.
So the telephone I'm making in Damaturu is a production for Lagos because the headquarters of MTN is in Lagos. Is that what you are telling me?
No, I'm asking you to explain what that objection is, because I've been hearing derivation should not be
I'm just. No. It is the consumption.
Yeah, it's
the consumption.
VAT is a consumption tax. Yes.
Listen. VAT is consumption tax, and if you increase VAT by 0.1%, prices in the country will skyrocket. It will affect everybody. And the situation in Nigeria now is that you don't add any hardship on the people. That is what we are saying. Let's stabilize the system first.
No, but those who propose the bills, they are saying that this is about fairness and equity. People who don't earn up to a certain
They don't
threshold.
know Nigeria. They don't know Nigeria because they stay in palatial hotels in Lagos.
No. That committee.
Yes.
That committee worked for months.
They don't know Nigeria. Where did Tayo Oledele, where does he know? Does he know my village? He doesn't know anything.
No, but he has a lot of experience in taxation across Africa.
He doesn't have anything. The way he presented this bill, it means that he does not know Nigeria. And he has no history.
Okay.
And let me tell you something again, that members of his panel from this part of the country are already disowning the final bill that he sent to Mr. President, because they were put in the committees and each committee submitted its report. But in compiling the general report, some ideas about some of the committees were completely set aside, and he chose what he needs and took it to Mr. President and convinced him. You hear from me, please. Others may not be bold enough to tell you. That is the problem. They are already disowning it.
But they've not come out publicly as members of the committee to say they are disowning.
Well, but they tell us. They tell us.
Okay, then that means
properly and tell you.
That means they are hypocritical. You should tell them that they are hypocrites. If they are members of a committee and they are going behind to disown and sabotage the work of a committee, why
is he not generous enough when he collects all the committee reports, call all of them, they sit down and look at these committees and adopt a final report to Mr. President, which he has not done. He is dishonest.
Well, it's an executive bill. It's the government that forwarded the 4 bills under the No, the government forwarded. It's not a private member bill.
Listen. You see, it's not an argument between Buba Galadima and Dr. Abati. Please, all I'm telling you is that thank me for being bold to tell you what is underground. The nation should thank me.
Oh, are you saying President Tinubu is running an underground system style of government?
Well, I don't know. You are saying that. I didn't say so. But at least the committee report, I know that has not been debated by members of that committee. It is Oladele and the governor of Lagos, Sanyaolu, that took the final decision and skewed the bill towards favor of Lagos and Ogun, where you come from.
I don't know about Ogun State involvement in this matter. But anyway, let's move away from the... No, because we are, I'm not mentioning Southwest. I don't do that. I'm talking to you about those who will benefit. And Ogun is one of those that will benefit. Because the agricultural products from this part of the country is taken to Ogun, processed, and resent for us to consume. But the VAT is going to Ogun, not to Yobe, where the products have been produced. So you have to listen to people. You may not like their ideas, but listen to them first and allay their fears. In this bill, a lot of people are talking underground that, look, anybody that has anything to do with anything finance in Nigeria, collection, distribution, all belong to one tribe. These are what people are saying. So it is, they feel now that they are being shortchanged. So there ought to be some transparency. You talk to people. There is nothing wrong. Everybody, every president, every government talks to people and allay their fears, explain the real issues behind what they are doing. If there is any objection, it is done behind the curtain. When it comes out, then it is for people like us who are not in government to consume, to consume the product of what government has developed, and there would be a consensus. Okay.
Nobody can say, I have done this, no going back. No. We Nigerians were the people to say that one, not an individual.
Okay, Alaji, as we begin to wrap up now,
yes, sir.
One other issue of interest, this conflict between Nigeria and Niger Republic. Nigeria is saying, look, all the allegations from Niger are baseless. The people in the border towns, 1,600 kilometers that we share with Niger, 994 miles, are saying, look, they are nervous, they are anxious, and that the Nigerian government should be careful with Niger. But the NSA, Nuyu Ribadu, on BBC Hausa service, says, look, President Chiani or General Chiani, he doesn't know what he's talking about because Nigeria has no security arrangement with France. We only have commercial, economic cooperation with France.
Dr. Robert Abati, please, let me tell you something. not many people understood the opposition to Nigeria's position on Niger. That is number one. Number two, if you listen to Tiani, General Abdurrahman Tiani, over what he said in Hausa, he didn't say that France has a military base in Nigeria. Nuhu Ribadu, when he's denying what Tiani said, he said Nigeria does not have a military base. But Tiani is saying that France has a military presence. The difference is that somebody is saying military presence, somebody is saying military base. They can both be right. There is no French military base in Nigeria. But what Tiame is saying that there is a military presence in Nigeria and investigate. And he mentioned certain locations. In fact, some buildings. In fact, records of certain hotels. People should go and look at. He was not definitive. Go and investigate did not mean that he has said, but why didn't the federal government make that investigation? You see, people use words, in English words or Hausa words. No, please, we should look at these issues dispassionately. And what is the problem that some people in this part of the country are apprehensive about the French presence in Nigeria? Because they remember history, that in 1967, General Charles de Gaulle was the only European leader that voted to dismember Nigeria. And he did that by trying to influence Niger, Chad, Benin, and Cameroon. But President Ahmadou Ahidjo and Hamani Diori of Niger and Tumbal Bai of Chad resisted him. And the French used their power to overthrow the government of Hamani Diori. And they deceived Ahmadou Ahidjo, the president of Cameroon, to tell him that, look, you are sick. If you don't abdicate, because they wanted to remove him by military force, they couldn't. So they deceived him in relinquishing power. And Francois Tumbalbai was overthrown. These are histories that people should know. But they were able to influence Gabon, Ivory Coast, Zambia, and Tanzania to support dismemberment of Nigeria. How can France now, in this day, become the friend of Nigeria? Definitely people who have knowledge and history think otherwise. And they also remember, and there are quite a number of us who even wanted to join the military that knew what Niger has done to Nigeria. We will ever remain grateful because they kept Nigeria one entity. So, and you can also remember that during the government of General Sani Abacha, he tilted towards France by even taking the accounts of Nigeria from London to Paris. And you know what had happened to him later. So we are saying that people should look at history. So you don't want Nigerians to know what is happening?
No. Please, if you may just wrap up very quickly.
So this is why people believe that France, they don't see France as a friend of Nigeria. Of course, things change. So to get close to France, they believe that somebody has an agenda. Maybe because France has always thought of dismembering Nigeria, maybe this is what is at stake. So the intelligence and the security forces in Nigeria should try to do some intelligence work to find out why some people are behaving in the manner they are doing. It is important. That is why you need experienced people in government to advise government on what to do always, not personal interest.
Okay, you think the people that are there now don't have enough experience to run Nigeria?
Well, if they have, they can't fight Niger. After all, government, whether military or democracy, it is the people that make that government. If Nigerian people don't want military regime, they know how to deal with it. Okay. Not us. We will not dictate to them. And Gawan has said that times without number, that we should not interfere in the affairs of another country, that ECOWAS protocol does not provide for that. And Gawan was the founding father of ECOWAS We should listen to that old man. He's a man of peace.
Okay, on that note, Alhaji Buba Galadima, I would like to thank you very much for joining us.
Hey, see as the man body dey hot, as they just he say no, may Ruben not talk not again. Oh. So what is Ruben supposed to say? Even though me no send the Ruben myself, but what is this? This tax bill, oh my God. Una sure say no be this tax bill, no bin go kukuma catapult this system. Una dey think wetin I dey think, because I kind of am gbadun this. Oh my God! Oh my! They wan take food comot for their mouth, oh. Amaka, zero knowledge. Na dumb as full politics for Nigeria. They don't know jack, don't know nothing about history, nada. They just go there to line their pocket. That's all. It concern them. That's why they speak na English. Oh. It doesn't concern them. Oh. It does not concern them. You understand?
We'll begin with the face-off between the 2023 presidential candidate of Labour Party, Peter Obi, and the governing.
Sorry. Oh boy, sorry. I had to. Oh, shit. That was an error. I wasn't supposed to click that. I don't know.
We'll begin with the face-off between the 2023 presidential candidate of Labour Party, Peter Obi, and the governing All Progressives Congress, APC. Obi had in his New Year message taken a scathing view at the state of the nation, asking President Bola Tinubu to provide concrete steps he intends to take to tame inflation from 34% to 15%. Obi also called on President Tinubu to reduce his foreign trips, which, according to him, have yielded little or nothing, while asking him to also visit the 36 states of the Federation to actually see how the level of suffering that Nigerians currently are facing. He lamented how difficult it is to be in opposition in Nigeria, saying that he's ready to give up everything, including his life, to effect positive change, even as he advised President Tinubu to exhibit greater commitment to fighting corruption. Obi, the Labour Party's leader, actually sparked controversy with the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, accusing Obi of painting a wrong picture about President Tinubu's achievements in the last 18 months and gradually assuming the status of being the #1 prophet of doom, quote, in the country. Well, to help us take a look at Obi's statement, we have joining us in the studio, our Lagos studio, the spokesman of the All Progressives Congress, Felix Moka, and thank you so much for joining us right here in the new year, Felix. So, Happy New Year to you. Let's start from there.
Sambo. Thank you so much. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Happy New Year to you.
All right. So, well, the presidency itself hasn't reacted to Obi's statement, but the governing party, which you are the spokesperson of, has hit back at Obi. Well, you're calling the Labour Party leader as a prophet of doom. What exactly did he say that is not right in his statement?
A whole lot of what Mr. Obi discussed in his press conference was just wrong. Was wrong, totally misled, and almost intentionally misleading, trying to get Nigerians to believe what is not. Now, I am sure that even those who are listening to Mr. Obi, the Nigerians who listen to him, would disagree substantially with his assessment of the state of address of the country. Now, whatever sector you may wish to look at, the country is rebounding in significant measure. There's no question about that. Yes, things were rough, at the beginning, but the roughness didn't start with this administration. as a matter of fact, the reform that Mr. B was, speaking to were, initiated to correct and radically reposition Nigeria for prosperity. Because, when this government came in, things were just not right. But the president took very hard look at the state of affairs and decided to, enunciate very bold policies to radically transform our economic life. Now, 18 months later, we are seeing the results of that. So right now, I think the conversation shouldn't be about whether or not those decisions were right or wrong. We should be looking at what is now the obvious, emerging impact, outcomes of these policies. And they are all pointing in the positive direction. So when Mr. B says that everything is worse today than it was yesterday, I disagree, and I think many Nigerians will disagree with Mr. B, because that's not an accurate assessment.
Well, he actually says that most of the borrowings by the Tinubu-led administration are not tied to specific projects and investments, and that we seem to be very high on borrowing, but very low in terms of specifics when it comes to projects. And he says that the president seems to be traveling more abroad, and that he should stay more at home, spend much part of 2025 to not only stay at home, but to travel around the 36 states by road. And then, of course, use public-owned medical centers. I mean, shouldn't be some of the standards that the APC should be setting if indeed things are getting better, based on what you said?
Samuel, the president was elected to govern. And governing includes actually interacting with other countries of the world, especially this president, who has made it a core objective to mobilize investments into Nigeria. You don't simply do that by sitting in Aso Rock and hoping that the world will come to you. This is, we live in an age where competition for resources, for global resources, is very fierce. Every country of the world, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, South Africa, are looking for the same investment that Nigeria is looking for. So you don't expect the president, who has launched an ambitious project of economic transformation, to sit put in Aso Rock so that Mr. B can be happy, just hoping that he comes out so you can take a look at him, while others are busy shuttling around trying to give reason to investors and other countries to make Nigeria an investment destination. Now, this president, more than any president in the history of our country, has labored and has actually garnered commitments, some of which are beginning now to trickle in, for massive investment that will help transform all of the sectors of our national life. So Mr. B can sit and simply just localize his thinking, and because he's not the president, he can prescribe like a backseat driver how best to drive a vehicle, but he's not the president. And this president has the mandate to govern. And Mr. B is not going to dictate to him how he governs. And I think that Nigerians already, even your own This Day newspaper, named Mr. President as the man of the year. If he was simply sitting in one place and doing nothing, I doubt that you would find him worthy of such a prestigious award. You see, look, all I'm saying is that we can quibble with details and quibble with these little things. But Sambo, we must look at the big picture and see where this president is headed. Look at what is going on. Look around you. Is it the refineries? Is it agriculture? Farmers have never had it so good, getting a fair value for their labor. In my district of Delta, farmers, those who know me, they come to me to say, look, you must thank Mr. President for us because, my yam farm is producing for me yield and income that far exceeds what I have gotten in years combined before now. So while the people who listen to Mr. B are screaming, the real Nigerians who are in the productive sectors, who are actually producing and selling their products or services, are blissing out. right now. So I think that, we must take that in context and not, fall into this extreme pessimism that Mr. B is become, a champion of.
And you've actually hit back with a volley of attacks. I mean, calling Obi a prophet of doom. Some of you have said that he's always embarking in voodoo economics that are not in line with current realities. I mean, don't you think? I mean, that's a slingshot that's gone beyond normal politicking.
No. He is the one that's throwing that. Mr. B is shooting from the hip. He's not looking. He's not taking an aim. He just, shoots widely like, what we used to see in movies back in the day, in the Wild Wild West. He is not being rational. He's absolutely irrational in his thinking and in his public commentary for a man who was governor for 8 years, who left nothing to remember in Anambra State by way of a legacy or transformation. But all of a sudden, he served as governor 8 years. He didn't have the wisdom or the smarts to change Anambra State, to make Anambra the beacon, that example of, governance in the country. But then, he runs for president, in 2023. And then now he didn't win. He's sulking rather than actually get a perspective and, figure out what he did to lose so he can do better in the future. He would think that he can bring down the government by simply, being maliciously deceptive. That is wrong. I'm not somebody to, to go on that offensive in that manner. But Mr. B has crossed the line so many times, and I think that at this point, he has coming to him whatever he gets. He needs to manage it.
If you were involved in a car accident, you were not at fault. Listen to this. Insurance companies don't want you to know. You may qualify for much more compensation than they offer you. Don't fall for their pressure.
And Moka, I just want to read some things that Obi said, directly quoting him, because he said he felt very terrible after visiting IDP camps, and he saw that a lot of Nigerians are still displaced and living like refugees and exiles in their own country. He's asking President Tinubu to visit various IDP camps and assure these Nigerians that they will soon return to their communities and that you are working hard to restore peace and normalcy to the country. Nigeria is not a war-torn nation. The proliferation of IDP camps is a troubling sign. If you were the person who visited an IDP camp and you saw the number of Nigerians still out there who couldn't celebrate Christmas and New Year in their homes, wouldn't you feel concerned?
Mr. Sambo, don't forget my background. I'm, a civil rights lawyer. My entire professional career has been dedicated to working with the poorest of the poor. All of the slums in Nigeria, I have something to do with them and their, helping them to negotiate power with government. So, I'm all too familiar with, the nature and the impact of extreme poverty. That's been the core of my career, helping to, do things right and get better deal for people who are in that category, unfortunately. See, anywhere in the world, when you visit IDP camps, it is depressing. It's not funny. There's nothing romantic about IDP camps, because when you are displaced by whatever reason, whether by a war or by internal, strife or by even natural disasters, people, live less than they do ordinarily in the normal course of things. So, yes, I can hear Mr. B when he says, oh, I went there and I was depressed and I was sad. Yes, it is sad to visit them because they live, a life that, can be better, that is not better because of the circumstances they find themselves. But Mr. President is the president of everyone in Nigeria. He's the president of everybody, the rich, the poor, the affluent, the people in the IDP camps. He's the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And Mr. President is somebody who is, known. I don't need to make that point. He is universally acclaimed to be a man who is deeply compassionate, whose level of empathy is beyond Mr. B even. I can assure you.
But we haven't seen him. We haven't seen Mr. Moka. We haven't seen President Tinubu visiting an IDP camp or trying to see how the government can work more using governmental institutions. Apart from when Betta Edu was still there, with the new minister that we have right now, we haven't seen that deliberate effort to actually reach out to these Nigerians who are not in these IDP camps because of their own wish, but because of the failure of governmental authorities to do the needful, including the military, so that these people can quickly get back to their homes.
Attention California homeowners. If you live in Northern California, you may qualify for a free, no.
Mr. Samuel, I am not here to discuss the schedule of ministers and even the president as to when they will visit or the IDP camps. But what I'm saying is that this government is intentionally orchestrating policies and taking actions that ultimately will reset the reality for everyone, including those who unfortunately find themselves in IDP camps for whatever reason that they got there, whether it's because of flooding or because of terrorism or because of war, whatever it is that has got them there. This president has a global perspective and is mobilizing resources and positioning assets to help treat all of these circumstances. The point I'm making is that whether the president himself has personally visited IDP camps at this time, does that mean he won't do that? It doesn't mean that. And I'm not here to tell you the president is going to go there tomorrow, but I'm just saying that we can't always take today and think that the world ends today. The world doesn't end today. It may end today from the analysis that Mr. B is willing to make, but it doesn't end today because the president has the liberty to go anywhere and do things as he thinks. And he has ministers who work for him. He has other levels of authority who are delivering government's policies and programs to ensure that people everywhere, wherever they are, get feel the impact of government. What I'm saying is that Mr. B's analysis is presented to make it sound as though this president has done something colossal, in neglect of people who are in the IDP. And I'm saying that that's ridiculous because he's been in office for just 18 months. And he's in office for, was elected to serve for 4 years. So Mr. B should take a cheap pill and allow this president to do what he himself couldn't do in Anambra State. Look at our refineries. I mean, things, where is it insecurity? Every sector you look, you see massive pointers of progress. And, I know that the media, again, it's understandable that sometimes we focus too much on the negatives. But I think that we need to, at this time, begin to move away from this focus on, just reporting the tragedies in our country and look at the positive side. This is a new year for crying out loud. Let us begin to take stock of the good things that are happening while still keeping, a focus on what is wrong and what needs to be done. Well, the president is never, he's not saying to anybody, stop telling me about what needs to be done. Yes, we need to do that, but we need to also take stock so that we can begin to see what we're doing right and then replicate that. And then what we're not doing right to begin to, see how we can fix it. That is what governance, does everywhere in the world, not just in our country, but everywhere in the world.
Well, Mr. Moka, you would have seen clearly that it's not just the media alone. I mean, former leaders like former President Olusegun Obasanjo had hit back at the NNPCL, actually saying that some of the things that are being said, shouldn't we be reporting them? I mean, if a former president is doubting governmental institutions, government companies, and all of that on some of the things, I mean, shouldn't we report? While we are also reporting the good things that the NNPCL says is happening, I mean, shouldn't we also report the concerns of other people?
Listen, if you've been in a car accident, don't call an attorney. Use this AI app instead. That's what I did, and that's how I got this $140,000 check in less than 30 seconds. Listen,
No, certainly, Sambo. Look, I'm a human rights champion. Listen, he who makes any decision, citizens who decide whether government is working or not working, must hear all the sides. My case is not that, the Obis and the Obasanjos who choose to focus more on the pessimistic side to advance, this, extreme pessimism. I'm not saying they shouldn't, do that. And I'm not suggesting that media should not report news that is unfavorable. They should. I mean, that is the liberty, the freedom, the almighty freedom of the media to report. But I'm saying that, you know, they should also focus on the positive side. Now, for President Obasanjo, there's no Nigerian who is alive today, even dead or alive, who has had the kind of opportunity that President Obasanjo has had to impact this country. He was military head of state. He was civilian president for, you know, straight 8 years. A lot of the things that Obasanjo tends to indulge in discussing are things that he had the opportunity to fix. He didn't fix them. He couldn't fix them. So when this, you know, statesman comes along and casually simply indicts people and blame everybody for what's not working, look, former President Obasanjo should be, you know, looking at himself in the mirror to see, you know, the oversize or the guilt he should feel for his failure to tackle some of these, you know, fundamental threshold problems that he keeps talking about. NMPC is delivering the Port Harcourt, you know, refinery. They have just announced that Warri is now, you know, up and running, and forecasting that, you know, in the near future, Kaduna will also come on stream. Listen, even when they say that, it doesn't mean that everything is, you know, perfect with the refineries, but it shows very bold, committed effort to revamp our refineries and make them more productive. Now, I was just reading a report today that Bua refinery is also, you know, nearing completion. Now, can you imagine what happens when all of these refineries, we have Dangote already running, when Port Harcourt and, you know, Warri and Kaduna and Bua and other, you know, smaller refineries are running in this country? We will be a massive exporter of, you know, petroleum products. Now already our imports, but not just for petroleum, but for other items, has reduced. Our balance of payments for 3 consecutive quarters has, you know, skyrocketed. The stock market is creating incredible wealth for those who are investing. Now, look, you know, somebody will tell me, but we're not feeling it yet on our dining table. We will. You see, step by step, you know, little steps wins the race. We will get there. Every Nigerian will feel the impact because, you know, farmers are feeling the impact already. Those who are engaged in productive, you know, creative activity are reaping the reward already. But with time, the workers who clearly appear to be the disadvantaged right now will ultimately do better because, you know, that's economics. When, you know, wealth is created, you know, and more people are employed into the system, wages are paid, better wages are paid. Over time, this labor surplus we have that appears, that's making a lot of people feel like they're not feeling the impact, will begin to, you know, slide down. That is economics. This president understands economics. This president is delivering, I think, the finest model of economics for our country. And the future, you know, hasn't been, you know, doesn't look any better.
Well, very optimistic, Felix Moka there. As we try to close to, let's talk about 2025 and the political climate in Nigeria. Well, the Labour Party leader, Peter Obi, says he's sad that the APC-led federal government is not making the atmosphere conducive for democratic discourse that will allow opposition to actually function to the expectations of democratic expectations. I want to quote what he said. He said, "It is difficult to be in opposition in the country. Extremely difficult because everything is against you. People don't even want to see you. They don't even want to talk to you. If I tell you what I face, what I go through, what my family goes through, you wouldn't even believe I should still be standing and going around this country." I know you were in opposition, Felix Moka. President Tinubu to himself was in opposition. Peter Obi used to be a member of the former governing party in Nigeria. And what they are saying is that the kind of atmosphere that they allowed when they were the ruling party for opposition to thrive is not being replicated by the APC-led federal government. Aren't you worried that this may actually affect our democratic, you know, statistics, expectation, and it may affect how your government is being viewed internationally?
This is Amazon's new money-making app. Let me show you how it works. That app is called Audible. It's created.
No, I'm not worried, Sambo. I have no reason to worry. I mean, Mr. Obi is starting to sound like Tegwala. I don't know if you know, familiar with this funny cartoon character that, look, who is stopping Mr. B from, Mr. B has exercised the fullest of his constitutional freedom to speak, anything he literally wants to speak. Mr. B calls press conferences. He believes, he is this, person that has the authority to address Nigerians whenever, and he does so. And nobody has ever, stopped him from doing so. Look, but when he speaks, he should expect, a reaction. If he says things that are inaccurate or misleading, you don't expect the ruling party, because there's this effort to emotionally blackmail the APC to say you are the ruling party, whatever they say, just turn the other way. We're not turning the other way. We're a political party. We're in this to win elections and govern and do the best we can for Nigerians. Mr. Obi is not going to blackmail us into, into some kind of, withdrawal. We're not withdrawing from anything. If Mr. B, says things that are wrong, I am the national spokesman of the ruling party. I have a duty to, if I listen, if I feel like what he said deserves a reaction, I will react. And when I react, he shouldn't then label that as, an effort to chill his freedom to speak or to be opposition. Now, look, Mr. B and, quite frankly, a lot of the people in the opposition, they are beginning to sound like, bad workmen who blame the tools. Look at the PDP. The PDP is simply imploding. And, every time that happens, they blame the APC. We are not responsible. I've never been at a meeting in my party where PDP and how to implode the PDP was discussed. I've never been there.
Well,
I attended quite a significant number of meetings, in my party. So that's
they say you are actually driving a one-party state.
They need to get their own things,
Yeah, sorry to interject there. They say you are actually driving a one-party state in Nigeria so that there will be no opposition to President Tinubu's re-election bid in 2027.
Sambo, you are a veteran. You are a man with great knowledge. You know that's not true. You must ask this question because you're doing your job, but that's not true. How are we constraining the PDP or the Labour Party from from blossoming? We're not. They talked about merger. Just recently, I'm hearing Kwankwaso saying, we're not in any merger with anybody. Mr. B himself has said he has not signed any merger deal with anybody. Look, what has that got to do with APC? You see, these guys, we are busy governing. We are busy trying to figure out how we make our party better. Our national chairman, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, has led the party to creating, for example, a democratic institute, an institute that will help the party to, profile and sharpen its understanding of democracy and how best to deliver democracy. While we are busy building institutions, making our party stronger, winning elections, because, look at what happened in Edo State. Everybody in the party, even those who contested, who lost primaries, came together to support the flag bearer. We are closing ranks. We have our own, challenges, but we're dealing with them quietly. But, Mr. B should deal with the mess in his Labour Party quietly. Atiku Abubakar and the rest of them in the PDP should deal with their own mess, quietly, resolve their internal contradictions, and then hopefully emerge from this level of decay and almost utter irrelevance that they become. And by the way, I must make this last point, Sambo. Look, Mr. Obi and Atiku Abubakar and everyone else, with them, are concerned that given this president's robust economic plan and transformation of our country, they are concerned that if this program is allowed to go the full term, they know that Nigerians in 2027 will massively elect this president to govern again. Because, and by the way, from even their failure to organize themselves internally, how does any Nigerian even begin to believe that people affairs can govern Nigeria better than this visionary president that we have, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
All right, just
not
before,
possible. So that's the concern.
All right, just before I let you go, in 30 seconds to 60 seconds, I want you to talk to Nigerians. Should they be optimistic about 2025 under the APC-led federal government led by President Tinubu? What should drive that optimism if indeed you are optimistic yourself?
You know, when the president had the media chat, he said something that some people completely misunderstood. He said, look, I have no regrets for these bold policies I've initiated. People heard that to mean, you know, some level of cockiness or arrogance on the part of the president, but it's not. That was a statement of conviction of a man who is president today, who is simply saying to Nigerians, I know, I believe, I have faith that these efforts will create for us a new Nigeria. We transform the fundamental basis of our country. That is a man who is convinced, and Nigerians should simply, you know, give him that benefit of the doubt. And the results are showing already. So when you match conviction with results, which now, you know, at the beginning of the year, is already showing positive signs, I know that this will get better. It can only get better. So my word to Nigerians is that, my dear compatriots, stand fast, support this president. He is committed. He is not about 2027. He has said so. Whether, you know, I mean, 2027 comes or doesn't come, this president has a mandate today, and he's just a mandate. And I think that Nigerians should take a chance with this president and see our country, this country we love dearly, you know, take it for the not for the better, for the best, actually.
Right, Felix Moka is the National Publicity Secretary of Nigeria's governing party, the All Progressive.
Oh, Salo Boye. Hey, Mogbe. Oh, Jamie. Wow. Wait, Abemona not this. I don't know this man. So this man get children. The man saying be activist, right? A lawyer, activist lawyer. Hey God. Hell! Oh Jamie, oh God, I beg. Oh my God. Hey, this man, he get children, so this man will have children at home. I am sure he's married and has girlfriends. Hey, God, I beg. Wow. This man just came to gas. He couldn't even answer questions. This man is forcing himself, looking for words to describe, to justify. Hey, no matter what you do in this world, then please try not to be on the wrong side. These people are educated. Look at educated people coming to make a complete ass of themselves on national TV. National TV. This man just came to gaslight. Even telling the journalists they should try to highlight what is in Nigeria to highlight. Yeah? You're telling, a P2B says this man should go around, which any normal person would do. You are saying he should be looking all over. Waiting in a salesman. Is he not a president? God, I beg go. Look at Ghana. Ghana is growing heavily today because they are making room. They are putting the necessary things in place. I don't even want to go further than Ghana. Look at what Ghana is doing. What is your Nigerian government, the one that came in through the window? What are they doing for you? Nothing. This man came on national TV to lie directly in the face of the people. As old as he is, this man is a media SS. Oh God. As old as his mates are presidents in other countries. Look at the El Salvadorian president. His mates, his children's mates are president. This man is proud to be social. Man, this one a huge embarrassment to a family. This man came to disgrace. These people don't even know how people are perceiving them outside. Eh? He said, oh, Pius, he said, my goodness. Here, you're right, Sid, he's working for his money. It's a shame. Any sane person cannot see what's going on in Nigeria and come and have the audacity to gaslight the people. It's better for you not to say anything. It's just better to remain silent. Let everybody know this one did not say anything. It's better than what this man is doing. You are looking hungry people. People, they asked him about the people living in IDP camp. Look at he could not even answer. Hey! Ha! God forbid. And these are educated people. These are people that went to school. Hey, God, I beg you. These are people who went to school supposedly. A civil rights lawyer. Is that civil right not too heavy for him? Please, whose right is he fighting for at this point? That's my question. Is this one that is now threatening Peter Obi? Hey, may they not try him. Anyway, me, I want me to try him because me, I'm on the side of let everything, make everything go kukuma. May we start all over. I'm on that side. So all this threat when they throw, go Peter, may they not say, see, Peter Obi is loved though. Mona forget that thing, no. The guy is loved. May they not try him, he go shock people. Oh, in a way, me, I want me to try him because I'm on the side of let's start all over again. Let's start all over. We need new foundation. Because there cannot be any election in this madness. If your INEC has not been put, if they don't fire all the people in INEC and let the citizens choose, if they don't restructure the judiciary, if they do not restructure the police and the army and the rest of them, forget election. There will be no election 2027 as we did. So these people are already planning. They already have their solid plans. There's no amount, anybody that's coming out, if those things are not put in place, please do not waste your time 2027. Do not waste your energy. Do not waste your energy. Ha! Somebody's father. People are living in their country, staying in IDP camps. You say, God, I beg, the kind of person not talk anything. This man has committed a grievous offense. Human beings are living in IDP camps in their country, not outside of their country. And this is the justification. So, I cannot talk too much. I don't plan to be here too long. He said, Pius, I cannot wait for that day. I said, I need to happy pass. I go just day streaming 24/7. I will call Kenny. I say, Kenny, you will be take turns. When I finish, you take over. Gather everybody. Mr. Ferreira, call Toad, call if drag ify. Everybody go they take turns. You see this one? That will be my Christmas. All this one that they celebrate. I not follow now. That my real Christmas when it come, when I go know. Hey! Now wow, person papa. Person wife, person put this one for wife, said my husband. God, I beg, God forbid. God forbid, oh. Because you want to chop money that you have never seen in your life before. God damn. Bualas everywhere, Mr. Pius. Bualas everywhere. Maybe people people they think of themselves. You are. I don't even know what to say because they are forgotten. People exist in IDP, yet there is a Minister of Humanitarian Affairs. Nothing sent to them, even during Christmas or Salah. I'm telling you. It's crazy, oh. Nigerian politicians are another level. No, you should say another hell, not there, apart from the hell Christianity preaches about. You should say another hell level, not there. Nigerian politicians do not understand what it means to be a civil rights. I'm telling you, they just throw that word around. How can you call yourself a civil rights lawyer and you're saying nonsense about your people in I? Hey, some people no get conscience, so salobuala. Hey, my God, they do not care. Oh. They do not care. Eh? I know. Yes. Yep. Exactly. This is why I'm saying, how many people that are talking election, this one, I'm gonna forget election. If INEC, if the citizens are not the one choosing the people that are going to work in that INEC and the beavers and everything is not, please, I will make my platform available. That one I will. But I will not exhaust any energy on any election. I won't do it. Like, I'm telling you, Mr. Pius, I know that they forget. They forget. They look, may they careful. This small camera, they can't run in maths anyhow. Hey, oh, oh, see, it go shock them. They never to me on small. At least they never to me were yes, chanting. It go shock Nigerians. May they not. You see, as that man just they do your JJ, may not to touch that man. Make breeze, no even breeze went bad, make it not blow past that man. Because the man no they even do now since he's supposed to do now. The way we make this man shake now. We know they do him. If they look saying, you know what, I don't want to have this weight on me. Anyway, personally, I want them to push it. To be honest, I want them to push it. May they see. Let them see. Because this one they send them. They can't run. They can't test drive. They sent him to come and see, oh, do the people still feel the impact of Obi? That's what they came to do. Some of us are waiting in the wings, like, you know what, let this whole thing let's restart the system. That's what we're doing. We're just waiting. So if you touch the wrong button, guess what? Hello, you go shock now. People be not the person that will just. I'm telling you, okay, they 247 broadcasts. As they go bed, another person they take over. Or more. Hey, that day, that Christmas now. Yeah. You they suspect that because we never see that man since, so Mr. Pius, we never see him since. We never see him. They deny. I don't forget. Again, one interview when I want to break up. Before I do that, I want us to quickly go over one of the candidates that cross-carpeted after winning election in Labour Party. I want us to put a name to their names. For those people that are saying election one thing or the other, I want you people to know so that you will know all the people that came on the backs of Peter Obi. All of them, almost all, have decamped to APC. So that tells you that these people were not really who they claimed they were. They're not decent people. They just came because he was the youngest, it was a new party, they had a powerful man there. They rode on that back. Okay. It's sad, my sister. It's sad. Amaka, it is sad. No empathy. You can acknowledge IDPs there, but you say what you are doing to bring them out. You didn't even do Christmas. I'm telling you. You see these things that these people are doing. Oh, hey! There must be another hell for Nigerian politicians. There has to be. There's no way. I've never seen human beings that are this wicked, like they don't care. Christmas, they couldn't even go and visit. No food bank. Okay, these IDP people, especially, Not a peep. See it. The decay not be here. Oh, once money is involved, I don't know. People don't have any contentment in them. It's all about paper money, luxury, bling bling. As long as it shines, they're okay. It's about money is everything. Money is over character, over morals. They don't care how you go. Do you guys read about the lady who? Oh my God! I was going to bring that. Let me bring that video here. Oh my goodness, you won't believe it. Before I do that, I gotta play this video for you guys. It's crazy. This one is a high profile drug trafficking arrest. Let me bring it here. Nigeria. Hey, God, I beg you. Ha. You listen to these people talk and you wonder, these people listen to themselves? Do they have children? They don't even the kind of seeds that these people are sowing. Ha! Hey. What? No, because the way things are, I don't understand how people will just feel like, wait, I bring that. Oh, now when we watch out together, only me know watch, and this one is just because now we talk rich. I really want to go because I don't want this video to be too long, to be honest.
They had a major breakthrough this week. We are going to look at that major breakthrough. Aside the major breakthrough, the 48 laws of power. If you have read this book or you have not read it, we are going to look at 2 laws this person utilized while she was operating discreetly. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly press the subscribe button. Also, don't forget to press the notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, you will be notified. Who is this person? Just recently, NDLEA intercepted a white Isuzu truck. They asked the Isuzu to stop. Why the Isuzu guy stopped? The driver that was driving is stopped. They checked the vehicle and found 44 jumbo sacks inside the white truck. Upon inspection, they found that the content was 1,540 kg of imported cannabis. The driver identified himself as Abidin Adio. So when the driver, Abidin Adio, was interrogated, it was discovered that the owner of this consignment is Alanja Ashat Ajoke, who is 61 years old, alias Iyaruka. On the surface, she's known to be a businesswoman and a Lagos socialite. Okay? The business she's known with is importer of fabrics and shoes from China. She has the title of Iyalaje of Blessed Sisters, Influential Society of Women's Club. Okay? What is the public perception of this woman? This woman, she's well respected as far as the society is concerned. Respected socialite and a business leader. Let's go to the secret life of this lady. The secret life of this lady, she is the leader of a significant drug cartel operating within Mushi, Lagos. For years, NDLEA has been monitoring her, but she has operated discreetly for several years. Her true identity and operations were hidden. Now, where was she arrested? She was arrested at 33 Adebayo Oyewole Street off Agbo Palace Way, Okota, Lagos. Remember, this is Okota where she stays, but the operation of this illicit drug is Mushi, Lagos. This is the lady we are talking about. Okay? And this is the driver with the drug. Now, let's look at the loss of power she was operating with. Although she didn't know, you can be operating with loss of power. You are not aware that you are operating with the loss of power. But by looking at the person, looking at the movement of the person, you can easily say this person is using this law of power or that law of power. Let's see the two major laws of power she operated with over these years. Okay? Now, let's see. The first one she used is law 6. What is law 6 talking about? Call attention at all costs. Call attention. Be noticed at all costs. Okay? Let's look at the law. Everything is judged by its appearance. What is unseen counts for nothing. Never let yourself get lost in the crowd. Okay? Then or bury in oblivion. Stand out anyhow. Be conspicuous at all costs. Make yourself a magnet of attention by appearing larger, more colorful, more mysterious than the bland and the timid masses. This one means show yourself, be well known, be a socialite, be the talking and do of the society. Let people notice you in any event, in any place you will find yourself. Let people notice you. That is what law says. Call attention at all costs. If you pass here, maybe people know say you pass. Okay, now let's break down the law. Visibility is power. Visibility is power. Being seen and known is crucial in gaining power. If you are not in people's minds, you have no influence over them. Another one, create an image. People respond to image, not reality. You can disguise it. Craft an image that attracts attention and makes you memorable. If you come up, let people see, remember, say, you were there today. The Odogu, the talking ado, the man of the people. Okay? Next is be unpredictable under this law. Surprise, shock, or it trick people to keep them talking about you. Use controversy. If necessary, create scandal or controversy, but ensure it does not backfire by damaging your reputation beyond repair. Another one, avoid anonymity. Never let yourself fade into the background. Even negative attention can be transmuted into power if handled correctly. That is what the law is talking about. Now, let's see how she used it. As a Lagos socialite and leader in the Blessed Sisters Club, she stayed in the public eyes. Why it worked? Her high status made her seem untouchable and legitimate. You get the point now? That status in the society, that big madam, that level where she they maintain with gold and diamond and everything, where she appear respect, makes her seem untouchable and legitimate. I am not saying she read the book and used this law. We are saying this pattern of behavior is what this law is talking about. Okay? The second law is Law 23. Concentrate.
Find the lowest priced health plans at healthforcalifornia.com.
Your forces. This one, I rushed through. I didn't want to write everything out. Conserve your forces and energies by keeping them concentrated at their strongest point. Focus your resources and energy on one strong point instead of spreading them too thin. If you dey urinate, now one place the thing they enter be. No go dey urinate like this. Otherwise, you no go see where you urinate put. That's what this one is saying, okay? How she used it. She focused her powder operations in key locations like Mushi, while maintaining a safe haven in Ikota. So she just scatter the operation in different places. Now, one place where she sabi map out, well defined. She don't do one for here, for there, for there. That's what this law is saying, okay? Why it worked. Focusing resources made our operations more efficient and harder to detect. You get the point now, okay? Now, let's see the applications of this law in case you want to apply it, okay? In career development, this could mean specializing in a niche where you can become an authority rather than be average in several fields. How is this applicable in project management? In project management or personal goals, dedicated time to complete one project thoroughly before moving to another is one of it. Ensuring each gets the full benefit of your focus and energy. In personal relationship or networking, choosing to build a few deep, meaningful connections rather than having many superficial ones will be more beneficiary to you. Okay? Now, you have seen it all. How she was arrested, operated for years without detection, all because unknowingly she was using this loss of power and other things that are beyond the scope of this class. What do you think about this arrest? This lady, Alaja Ashat Ajoke, who was arrested on the 1st of January 2025. Drop your comment. Don't forget to share, like, and follow. Thank you. Hello.
I did enjoy this guy video. That's why I use this video intentionally, because I like the way he analyzes the stuff. So my people, that's it. That's one of the things that's currently happening in Nigeria. So let's quickly go to one of these LP people. If you know anything about him, you can leave it in the comment section. I want us to start based on from the last conversation. Let's shine touchlight on these people. Labour Party representative, the Okada man, that he said, I use Okada to sustain my family. His name is Honorable Donatus K. Matthew, member Federal House of Representatives, Kaura Federal Constituency. Now, Okada, the man they drive before, okay? Okada, now the man they use. As Peter Obi, the wave of Peter Obi enter Labour Party, you know, people rush. People will never win election in years, in centuries. Opportunity for them to win election, now they rush, dive Labour Party. This one self come. I think they said he didn't even know he won. Was it him or the one in Etiosa, where Banky W was once the chairman local government? I can't remember now, right? Now, my question now is, what this man, how long did he stay in LP before he moved over to APC? What impact, if any, did he make on his people? Has he made any? Does anybody know about Honorable Donatus? I beg to drop the name Honorable and just call him by his name, because I don't see anything honorable about people who have nothing to show for it. Is anybody aware of what impact Donatus K. Matthew has provided to his people in Kaura Federal Constituency? If you know that he has done anything, he has said he has done or raised any bill to benefit his people, please let me know in the comment section. I want us as a people to continue to be shining, to be paying attention to these people that hop from one party to the other, opportunists. Because guess what? Assuming, this is just an example, let's say elections really hold in 2026/2027, right? Or maybe 2027. These same people, regardless, let's say they put everything in place, INEC sorted, judiciary sorted, by some stroke of luck, I'm just saying, okay? Everything is arranged. These same people are going to rush to where a Peter Obi is contesting. I want to run again. So I want us to pay attention to their faces. Know them. So that tomorrow when they go come and say, oh, there's this person that is running for this election, Biko Nunu, we will all say, Mbanu, rejected. We don't want. Okay? This is my own take on the matter. When Peter Obi went to Labour Party, he was the most popular candidate in the entire country. Everybody and their friend and their dog and their cats, they were all rushing to Labour Party. They were all rushing. People that never could win an election in their entire lives. They took the opportunity and came on the backs of Peter Obi with nothing to show for it. When the opportunity presented itself, they quickly moved over to APC, the same party that's causing pain in the lives of people. So let us remember, today, the very first expose for today, for all these LP people, when they rush enter, see an LP logo, see a logo, na Donatus K. Matthew of Kaura Federal Constituency. No way for them again. For those of you staying in Kaura, or those of you that will stumble on this video, I know they stay for Kaura. I know their family for Kaura, but Nigerians stay there. In the event that you people get a good election, now me they take talk this one. You can walk and chew gum at the same time. Now, I want to quickly touch on Senator Ireti of LP. Now, I think from the last live, we were talking about the difficulties that a lot of these women in politics in Nigeria face. I have to admit to you guys, it's not easy to be a woman and a politician in Nigeria. The kinds of things that these people face, I will not wish it on my worst enemies. Or lie to lie. I won't. I don't know how they do it. I don't know. I don't want to know. I pray, but to be a woman, first of all, in Nigeria, is now becoming an uphill task. These people have nothing. They don't even have a say. Look at the way Wike treats this woman. Now, I'm not rooting for her, because to me, I feel she should be doing more. But based on what is on ground and working with somebody like a Wike that is completely uncooperative with her, I can only imagine how tough her job is. When she wants to suggest something and Wike will shoot it down, or pretend like he doesn't hear her, or even completely ignore her. Being a female senator in a room full of how many men that their ego is on top of their head. You have to be a mad woman to be a senator in Nigeria. Am I bringing her here to eulogize her and say she's doing a phenomenal work? No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm only bringing her here to acknowledge the fact that we understand the difficulty in being a politician and a woman in Nigeria. And we are saying that however small way we can support, right, these women, we should. Out of a Senate full of men, how many men they Senate? Only 2 women. We don't find that suspicious. That is problematic. Big problem. This is why our country is where it is. You have men that don't know. I'm sorry, with due respect to my men, my brothers here. Women, they maintain, they manage affairs past men. I'm sorry. Women, I'm not saying they're perfect, but you have to have a healthy number of women. When I say healthy, a huge chunk of women to match the men, to bring the temperature down. Having only 6 female senators in the midst of men that are their ego is on top of their head. They walk around, their ego shows up before they show up. They can tell a woman to shut up, not be Senator Akpoti wear clothes that day when Akpabio they say they can't tempt them. Hey, God. I'm sorry, I'm congested. So Senator Ireti came and she highlighted the things that she's done for the year. And I want us to listen to it. I mean, you can criticize her, you can, send a message to her and say, Madam, you need to do more. I understand that. But please bear in mind that these people are working under very difficult circumstances. Difficult. It's not easy. As at 2025, we don't have a female governor. We don't have a female, we don't have sufficient amount of women in government parastatals in Nigeria. It's problematic. I'm going to tell you for free. Very problematic. This is why our politics is messed up. Now, I'm not saying that women don't don't have their own, as in, they don't do crazy things too. Yes, I agree. But you know the type of women you are selecting. Not girlfriend of somebody, or some mistress of somebody, or somebody's second wife, because that's what happens in Nigeria. They would have groomed these women. Now the women when they do wrongs, neither they put for position. They are girlfriends, neither they put for position. Not the ones that are qualified for the job. So let's differentiate. When Dora Akunyili was, God rest her soul, she was alive. You see how much she worked. Look at Obi Ekwezesili, I think. I'm sorry if I'm not saying the name correctly. Look at what's her name? Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Look at the movers and shakers. They are women. Is it too much for Ngozi Iweala to run as president of Nigeria? I guarantee you, if Ngozi runs for president, I will vote for her because she's more than capable to do the work. Women have capabilities. I don't know why. We've had politicians in Nigeria. They don't see. You see women. They go there. They want to become. Now they also want to become queen bees. When they don't believe in passing the baton, now they make politicians for Nigeria. Somebody's wife, somebody's girlfriend, somebody's mistress. Is this how we want to continue? That's the question we should be asking ourselves. Because if we do want to see change, we have to start pushing this to the fore. You can't have 100 men and then you only have 2 talking 3 women. When we have brilliant women all over the world, they are coming for Kemi Badenoch. If Kemi was in Nigeria, would she be able to attain that position? That's the question. Will they give her the mantle to become a leader of a party? That's the question people should be asking. People they downplay the role of women in Nigeria. Nigerian women are some of the most brightest you will meet, dynamic, powerful women you will meet. But when they come to Nigeria, they want to downplay them. All they care about is never marry. Oh, she's not yet married. She's married, as if marriage na one kind of achievement. Marriage is good if you're married to the right person that's going to uplift you and let you become all that you want to be, not the one that will suppress you and say no, you belong in the kitchen. Times have changed, man. It's not just about getting married now and just, oh, I don't marry. No, you better know who you are getting married to, as a man or as a woman. You better know. Marriage is one of those decisions, tough decisions that you gotta make, and you better get it right. If you don't get it right, fine, and you're able to escape, good for you. Some people have not been able to escape. We hear stories every day. I digress, but I needed to put that in. Look at Senator Akpoti. She's married. She's married clearly to a man who supports her vision. You see what that woman is doing for Kogi people? Anyway, the focus is on Senator Ireti today. Let's listen to her video of a summary of what she's able to achieve in the year. Let's listen to her.
My prayers are that the Senate resolves to urge the Nigerian Police Department of State Services and other relevant security agencies to be thoroughly involved in the matter with a view to bringing all the perpetrators to book, put modalities in place for the recovery of the missing children, and to ensure that justice is not only seen to be done, but must be done speedily to serve as deterrent as well as assuage the feelings of the victims. My prayers are
Name is Senator Ireti Kingibe. Name is Senator Ireti Kingibe, representing the Federal Capital Territory. I would like also to join Senator Sani Bello in saying that FCT should have also been part of this. The truth is that FCT has a lot of banditry and insecurity. And what is scary about that is the seat of government, is where you all live. And therefore, it will be a great shame if you hear one day that some senators were kidnapped, or even worse, people even higher than senators. I think that banditry should be treated with the utmost urgency, especially here. I admit it's all over the place, but you can all see why I believe there should be a certain perimeter around this place that must be absolutely secure. Yes, maybe in the center we can move around with security. Try going to the outskirts, but still in the FCT. There's still a lot of insecurity. It's not something that we should be, what's the word, just treating with levity. It is critical and urgent. Sometimes you go out in your car, I go out with armed men, and I'm still afraid sometimes once it's after dark. In the capital of Nigeria, that should not be so. So I also support Senator Nyingi that there should be goals for the security agencies. There should be consequences. There should be timelines. I so submit.
For being precise and
Oh my God. I was reading. Did you guys hear me at all? Jeez Louise. Wow. I was talking to myself this whole time. I am so pissed. No kidding. Eh? If we harness the intelligent women, Nigeria will advance. I think she would have done more if Wike was not one of the yeah. The Wike's downfall is in the horizon. If she got all the help that she needed, I see this woman excelling. She would have done so much more because she's what she has like 31 projects that she's been no 21 bills that she passed and motions, right? So that clearly shows me that this woman would have done more if given the opportunity. Do you understand? I apologize. So I didn't know I was mute. The entire time I was reading her achievements for the year. That's what I was reading. I completely forgot to unmute myself. So, but guys, I'm so sorry about that. You guys will have to go to her page and read all the things that she has done. She pinned it up, all the things she has done for the year. Matter of fact, maybe I can put it on my community page, but let's move forward for now. So I'm saying, like, for women like that are willing to do something and are working, if they had the support, and most importantly, the support of the people themselves that are highlighting them and giving them kudos for the work that they are doing, it will encourage them. Because the way it is, it feels like nobody is seeing them, right? Even though this woman is working, I guarantee you that if there's more, if they shine a torchlight on her, and she gets the real support of the people around, she will do more, and she will be more courageous and fearless. But a lot of times, I remember when she was I think they told her to apologize for something she said. I can't remember what it was. She apologized, and I was like, oh my God, there was no need for her to even apologize. You understand? Nigeria Senate, if you ask me, the women that should occupy that Senate should be raving mad. I'm serious. Because the people in that Senate house, especially the men, they think anything at all. All they think about is how they're going to have more wives, accumulate more income, line their pockets, marry more wives, and have multiple girlfriends, and then travel overseas to come and have all these sex parties that they have, that we've heard of. Do you understand? So these people they're not busy enough. Look at somebody like Oshomole, for instance. What time does he have to be running from Senate to Edo State every time to go and tell this man what to say, how to say it? Eh? So I think that the women in the Senate right now, even in the House of Rep, anyone that's working in the government in Nigeria and is a woman should be respected to a certain extent. You should support them and have their backs, because these people don't. Most of the people, most of the men in the Senate, they don't have their backs. They can easily throw them to the dogs. They don't care, So the next time I'm going to showcase Senator Akpoti. I know she's been doing quite a lot for her people. I really, really like what she's doing, So that's Senator Roti is my spotlight for today. Let me bring her picture so that everybody will see her again. I personally appreciate all the work that she's doing. I know it's not easy to be a senator in Nigeria. It's not beans, not beans at all. That's her over there. We're sending her more strength. That's Senator Akpoti behind her. Correct. Right? So you see, we need more women. Oh, wait, see, you said there were 6, right? I'm assuming, is this woman a senator? The woman next to her. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm seeing another woman there. Are they all senators, or maybe they went somewhere? Let me know. Maybe they went somewhere. Let me not talk. Since there are 6, I'm going to assume that there are 6, right? That's our woman there. Oh. She's doing her
name is
not easy. Now she be this. I think this was during her. Is this was during her swearing in? I don't know if it was during her swearing in, but yeah, that's her. She's doing what she can. No, not easy. She's doing what. That's her right there. That's Senator Riti right there. You know, it's unfortunate to have a minister like Wike. Wike want to overdo, want to show say yes, na him sabi pass. Yeah, exactly. See, they only allow her to move motion, but nothing happens because the environment is heavily misogynistic. Thank you very much for acknowledging that. See, no, you always acknowledge, so I have to thank you again. This is the problem, because I tell you for free, women have more, there's a level of empathy that women have that men cannot, they cannot even begin to reach into. I'm sorry. Women are the ones who raise children. Women will have 11 children, 12 children, manage all of them, manage the house, do everything. So imagine women operating at their highest level, man. They know what the problems are. They can speak to the heart of the people. They can, there's so many things that women bring. There's energy that women bring that men cannot even understand. This is why we have a problem we have in Nigeria, because it's full of misogynistic men. Ego. Their ego shows up before they show up. It's all about ego. Worship me. Bow before me. I will marry you as 13th wife. Have girlfriend all over the world, buy them houses all over. That is why these men are not focused. They only think about their genitals. I'm sorry. Not all of them, but most of them, like we see. If Nigeria, right, to tell you how, to show you that, the Nigerian men have not done enough for the Nigerian land at all. And I'm not ignoring the fact that there are men who are actually, Nigerian men that are actually pushing for the right things. I'm not ignoring that. But for years, it's been men. And look at the mess that they have brought us into. Women have literally lost their rights completely. To be a woman now in Nigeria is hard. I saw a video of a young lady that went to do whether on a dirty December, I say go do. She said they made her feel worthless because she's not married, single girl, She still say nah, she be for West, now so it be for Nigeria. No, say they go look down on you. You not get ring for her, they go first toss you to one corner, say who you be, you are irrelevant. Okay? They walk all over you. Because for Nigeria, marriage na big thing. You understand? Marriage na huge accomplishment. Because for most of them, is their way out of poverty, right? Is their way out of, hunger and all manner of things, right? You have Nigerian men who don't do anything. They just stay at home. The man will take care of them as long as the man provides, right? So you have that, and that's why the moral decadence is very high now. It's very high. Okay? When you make your women feel like the only thing that they can give to you is that's the problem. And then you turn around and demonize those same women. Music is not helping. You have music that demonizes your women. You have music that makes them into objects. What do you expect? Right? The moral values that as Nigerians we all had is all been depleted because people don't care. So now back to what I'm saying. We need to encourage and speak for more women to be in politics. More. Okay, the last time we were here, somebody mentioned Beta Edu. Yeah, Beta Edu, whether they say she siphoned money, whatever. But guess what? A lot of these men, senators, reps, they've been siphoning money. How come the cane is heavy on Beta Edu, but the men that have been stealing it for years, they are still there? They're still there. You see the hypocrisy? They're still there. All the people that EFCC, look at Yaya Bello. He was escorted to EFCC office. Matter of fact, they let him go. They told him to pay a fine and he was gone. What about Beta Edu? And I'm not in support of her, by the way, in case you don't know. I didn't support her. I wasn't really fantastic. I wasn't really excited that, she was, because she really, we know how most of these women get there, right? They don't really allow them to get on the platform of, excellence. They just choose randomly. It depends on how loyal you are and how much they can use you. If you allow yourself to be used, that's when they're going to pick on you. But what did they do? Really, if you look at it, even though yes, what better Edu is wrong, right? We don't support it. I personally don't support it. But the men in the Senate and the reps have done worse. They've done worse. Why are they still working? Why are they still allowed to hold their positions? Why? After all, maybe what Betta did, she did it at the behest of someone. Somebody asked her to do it. She was doing it on behalf of somebody in position. You know, it's crazy to me. We need to be talking about these things as we are moving forward. We need to be highlighting most of these wrongs, man, because there's no way we get in Nigeria back without the women. Let me just let you guys know. It's not going to happen. We're just going to have the same repeat of the same thing again. This is why, for me, Peter Obi is the most excellent candidate ever, because he recognizes the power that women bring. Women are not as corrupt as men. Sorry, it's the truth. None are not best. It's the truth. I like my brothers, but come on now. Look at it historically. Look at what's been happening in Nigeria. The men, they will thief and thief. They don't know when to stop. Now, I'm not saying that the women don't. Don't get me wrong. There are women who do, right? But the same way we have, if you want to talk about the most hardworking people, hardworking representatives and senators we've had in Nigeria, they're women. You cannot, women that they walk past. You want me to start naming names? Look at when, is it COVID that came, or which health crisis did we have? That we lost a doctor, a fine doctor. What's her name again? I forget her name now. She was a woman. How many men will put their life on the line like that? Now, I'm not saying that men haven't put their life on the line before somebody comes for me. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just trying for us to look at the disparity in the representation we have in Nigeria. This is why women don't have any rights. This is why the children are suffering, because the women do not have the voice that they need to have. Senator Ireti is willing to work, but he has a Wike to contend with. How will she get her bills across? How will she get her bills passed? How will her motion move? When you have the likes of Wike, you know, Wike said something about you people's GOs. He said your GOs are political. It's not the way they do it in the religious way. They will do it the way they know how they do it for politics. And I'm summarizing. Allegedly. Okay, even though there's a video there. But because I'm not quoting it verbatim, I have to say that, right? So all I'm saying is we have to please, as a people, both men and women, we got to recognize that women are not given the needed positions and the attention that they need. How can a man be a minister for women affairs? Please explain that to me. How? It doesn't make sense. Look at, for instance, now, May Edochie's husband. The man don't marry again, don't move on with his life. May is still there. She's the one taking care of the children, doing a lot of things. And I'm not saying the man is not playing a role in his life, in the children's life. But look at how he's carrying on. Come on now. When we see something that is wrong, we need to call it out. Because if we're looking for this new Nigeria, everything goes. We have to throw everything inside the dishwasher. Let's wash it all. Women in politics must be represented. They must pack women. Put that. If they get 10 men for Senate, we must have at least 8. I'm telling you, we must. We need pushback. We need women that are radical, that will say, no. We're not going to pass that. No, hell no. Do you understand? You got to do something. All these ones watching the way they marry, go, they get IVF. We're destroying generations. Which woman is speaking up for that? We can't. And women in that country, they are fold hand. Why? The reason why they don't have that much price, because from where they come from, they don't allow them to have the education. They don't allow them to have the rights. We cannot keep quiet. Cameroon for yesterday, Abi, they don't pass bill. You cannot marry somebody until that person don't reach 18. You cannot, all that child marriage, they don't cancel them. And we claim, Nigeria claims to be giant of Africa. Me, I've told you people, stop saying you are giant. You are not. You are mosquito. Please. When other Africans are talking, just keep quiet. Be quiet and stay in the corner. Because you ain't no giant. Look at Ghana. Ghana is moving. You not say Ghana don't give all Africans passport. Anything, if you are black, you want to go to Ghana, just show up. I'm black, they'll give you passport. It's welcoming everybody. What is the supposed giant doing? Suppose giant be peace for bed for nights. He never grew. Come on now. Eh? Hey, Quinty, my sister of life, welcome. Well, good to see you. I appreciate you. Welcome. Yeah, Ebola. God go bless you. See, that woman was the one, she put her life on the line to protect Nigerians. Were there no male doctors? Were there no male doctors? I hear she's a granddaughter of Herbert Macaulay. I don't know how true that is. But I hear she's a granddaughter of one of these people. At least one person that we know that the father, the great-great-grandfather was popular, and she did something good for humanity. Apart from that, I don't know anyone for Nigeria. All the big men for Nigeria, all the elite, zero, all of them, plus their children, plus their what's it called? Their descendants, nothing to show for it. That's to tell you the evil that they've done in society. They only hear their name, that's why they disappear. Transition to tech. Welcome, sis. Good to have you. It may not be for her generation to accomplish. You may be there to set the stage. Yeah, you're right. You're right, right? But we need to be pushing for it. We gotta start now. We can't let it slide. We have to start. Yeah, exactly. Man in charge of women affairs, you don't hear. So if woman come and now say they get period, how the man want to understand? If the woman say, oh, him get you want go do a procedure, he gets some kind of sickness or belle, how will the man understand? Please. If the woman say she's been abused, or how the man want to step in? That brings me to Barrister Uju Kennedy. What do you mean they fire that woman? The woman is not perfect, but that woman was doing her work. That woman is the kind of woman we need in Senate right now, in this moment, in this atmosphere that we are in. Somebody like Uju Kennedy is needed because she dey match energy for energy. Do you guys see the video of her shouting at one policeman? You see her fight. We need women. Those are the type of women we need in the Senate. But they will not let them shine. They will not let them be great. They will look for a way to either silence them, remove them. That's what happens. And we continue like this. We can't continue. We gotta speak up. So my spotlight for today is Senator Ireti. I don't know if she's going to see this video, but if she does, I just want to thank her for what she's doing. I want her to know that we see her. We see the effort she's putting through. We understand the bureaucracy. We understand the bottleneck. We understand the friction that goes on. We are rooting for her and we are sending her good energy that hopefully she'll be able to do something, lay the right foundation, like Transition to Tech said, lay the right foundation so that people coming after her will have somewhere, they will have, something to step on. But it's a shame because Nigeria ought to be better than this. We've had women in Senate before. This is not the first time. But this is the first time that we're having the least women. I could be wrong, but somebody can correct me. Nigeria has gone backwards instead of going forward. And then they tell you, oh, don't say the bad things about Nigeria. Please tell me good things to sell. Come and sell it to me. I will buy. If you see any good thing, come. Tell me. Transition to tech. Yes, nah. I don't know. They'll be saying they are giant. I'll be wondering. And then na side eye, I tell they look there. I'll just they look to me. Side eye. You are giant. Giant to what now? Onto what? You are the most divided. You don't support each other. You people are at each other's throats. You people don't care about each other. Even to unify on one thing is impossible for you people. If you not try to do that one alone, yeah, people they support you and say yes, true to your giant. No, but you're not. You are divided on ethnic. Everybody wants to flex muscle. We are the biggest tribe. We are the biggest tribe. We are the biggest tribe. Nothing to show for it. You go to your communities, it's smelly. No good road, no water, nothing is functioning. What are you bragging for? There's no tribe that is thriving in Nigeria. None, not one. Not one. Tell me one. There's none. Let's not come and deceive ourselves here. You should stop lying to people. You people are not giants anymore. You have now become termites. You have reduced yourself to termites. When other people are talking, when Kenyans are talking, stand in the corner. When Ghanaians are talking, please leave them, get jollof rice now. Leave it to them. Wash your hand off. Give them jollof rice. Okay? So that's it for me, guys, today. I don't try. I sing at 2 hours most, at the most. But here I am, almost 3 hours. But it's been real. This has been an interesting one. I go see you now on my next one, though. Probably next tomorrow. It depends. If something happens tomorrow, you will see me for here. But next tomorrow, now go see me again. But it's been nice. So thank you so much, guys, for joining. Amaka, you dey laugh. My sister, it's good to laugh in these instances. Let us not go to cry every time. Sid, I want to thank you very much. Queen Tia, thank you for stopping by. It's been real. I appreciate each and every one of you. Mr. Pius, thank you. Mr. Pius called with energy today with this. Kene, my brother for life. Thank you. I appreciate you now. Well. Who else came? Let me make sure Oh, Mr. Obibweze, thank you very much, my brother. I appreciate you. Yeah, so now do well, thank you. So, guys, I'll see you on my next one. Have a wonderful rest of the evening. Transition to tech, sis. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you too. See you on my next one, guys. Bye.